Hello everybody, I'm Charlie, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make my delicious homemade peach cobbler from scratch. My recipe for a peach cobbler calls for a nice, flavorful, and savory peach cobbler that you're going to love. It is absolutely delicious. Now, my peach cobbler is made with all natural, fresh peaches bought from the grocery store. And we take those peaches and we get them nice and ripe over a 3-day period. Once they're nice and ripe, we take them, we peel them, we clean them, and we cut them. Then afterwards, we take and we make the filling with sugar, cinnamon, and spices. And once we're done with that, we take it and we add it into our pan. And then once we do that, we add a nice crumb topping right on top, and we bake it to perfection. And there you have it. And today I'm going to be showing you step by step on how to make this delicious classic. So, without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Okay, this is all what you're going to need to make your peach cobbler, and we're going to get started with our ingredients. Okay, you're going to need 8 large ripe peaches. Okay, now I bought these peaches freshly bought at the grocery store, and they were hard at first when I first had them, but I let them get ripe. It took about 3 days, and this is how you can tell if they're ripe. Okay, if you press down on the peaches just slightly, just firmly, and it has a mushy type of feel, that lets you know that your peaches are ripe. Okay, so it should take 3 days total to get your peaches ripe. Okay, alright, and for your crust, you're going to need some all-purpose flour, unbleached. You're going to need some sugar, and the optional ingredient, you can use brown sugar if you like, but if you are using brown sugar, you want to use it half with the regular sugar for this recipe. Okay, alright, and also along with that, you're going to need some unsalted butter and some butter flavored vegetable shortening. Make sure your butter and your shortening is at room temperature. Okay, and along with that, you're going to need some water. Okay, and for your peach cobbler filling, like I said, you're going to need 8 ripe peaches. Okay, no canned peaches, 8 ripe peaches. Okay, freshly bought from the grocery store that has been ripened, and like I said, it's going to take 3 days to ripen them. Okay, alright, and along with that, you're going to need some sugar and some brown sugar. Okay, alright, and you're also going to need some unsalted butter, some cornstarch, some cinnamon, some allspice, and an optional ingredient, you can use vanilla extract if you like for this recipe. Okay, alright, and for your tools, you're going to need a pastry blender. Now it's very important that you have this because you're going to need this to make your crumb topping for your peach cobbler. Okay, alright, and along with that, you're going to need a potato peeler or any type of peeler you may have on you. Okay, alright, and to bake our peach cobbler, you're going to need either a 9-inch round pie pan or a 9 by 13-inch square pan or a 10 by 13-inch deep dish glass pan. Okay, and either one of these pans would work perfectly for this recipe. Okay, alright, and there we have it. Alright, let's get straight to it. Now we're going to get started with our crust. We're going to add 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 1/4 cup of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to go ahead and mix that in. Alright, now that we got that mixed in, here I have 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter and 6 tablespoons of butter flavored vegetable shortening. And make sure that's at room temperature. And we're going to go ahead and take our pastry blender, and we're just going to cut that into the flour. Alright, now that we got that nice and cut into the flour, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of cold water. And we're going to go ahead and take our pastry blender, and we're just going to cut that in. And what we want to achieve is we want a nice crumbly like texture, okay? It should not be able to, it should not come together, okay? Alright, and there we have it, and that's how it's going to look. As you can see, it's a nice crumbly-like texture, okay? It's exactly what we want. Now we're going to go ahead and place a lid on top of this, and we're going to place this in the refrigerator for about 40 minutes to an hour, okay? Alright, we're going to get started with our peaches. We're going to go ahead and peel each peach. Oh, look how juicy that is. Look at that. We're going to peel the skin off all 8 peaches. Alright, now we have one peeled. We're going to go ahead and add 1/4 teaspoon of lemon juice to some water. And we're going to add that peach right into the water. And that will prevent the peach from turning brown. And this is how all 8 peaches will look at once you peel them and add them into the water. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and cut them. So we're going to go ahead and just cut it right down the center. Now the core should come out very easily. And there we go. And we're going to go ahead and remove the core. And you're going to take a knife and remove all of the insides out. Okay? Now if you're having trouble with removing the core, only thing you have to do is you're going to cut down the center of the peach. Then you're going to turn it. And you're going to cut down the center. And you should end up with 4 slices, okay? Alright, and you want to carefully pull apart each slice, okay? And you should have about 4 slices. Now you want to be very careful with this, okay? Very careful. And you just pull the seed out, and there you go. Now once you're done, make sure you rinse off your peaches thoroughly. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and cut them. Now we're going to go ahead and cut our peaches into quarter slices. And we're going to take those quarter slices and we're going to cut those in half. And you're going to do this to all 8 peaches, okay? So you're going to take all the quarter slices, cut them in half, set them on the side. Alright, and you're going to take each slice and you're going to cut it into 3 large chunks. And you're going to do this to all 8 peaches, okay? Alright, and that's how it's going to look when you get done. Now we're going to go ahead and taste a piece of this. And y'all, I tell you, it is a winner. It is good. Nice and ripe and delicious. Melts in your mouth. Now we're going to go ahead and get started with our peach cobbler filling. You're going to need a spoon to mix everything. So you're going to go ahead and add 1 cup of sugar. And to that you're going to add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. And we're going to go ahead and mix that in. Make sure you mix it real good. Should resemble a sand-like texture, sand-like color once you're done. Alright, now that we got that mixed nice and mixed in, now we're going to go ahead and add 1 heaping teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 heaping 1/4 teaspoon of spice. And we're going to go ahead and mix that in. Make sure you mix it in there real good. Alright, now that we got that nice and mixed in, now before we go ahead and add our peaches, I want to let you know that when you add your peaches in here, the peaches will release a lot of liquid, okay? Alright, so I'm just letting you know ahead of time. So we're going to go ahead and add our peach slices right on in there. And we're going to go ahead and carefully mix this in, okay? And we're going to mix this for about 2 to 3 minutes. And as you're mixing it, the peaches will release their juices. So you will have a lot of juice left over. Alright, it's been about 2 to 3 minutes. And as you can see, the peaches have released a lot of liquid. And that is, of course, peach juice, okay? Alright. Alright, now that we got that nice and mixed in, now if you want to, you can add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is optional. Alright, we're going to go ahead and preheat our fire to medium-high heat. Okay, so in a medium-sized pot, we're going to melt about 3 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And we're going to let this butter melt. Alright, now that we got that nice and melted, now we're going to go ahead and add our peach cobbler filling right into there. And we're going to go ahead and take a wooden spoon and we're going to mix this in. And we want this mixture to become hot. We're going to let it get hot for about 5 minutes, and it should be at a slight simmer. Alright, it's been about 5 minutes and our peach cobbler is ready. It's nice and hot, ready to go. And it should thicken some. So we're going to go ahead and turn our fire off. going to go ahead and take our peach cobbler filling and add it into our pie dish. I'm sorry about that, guys. Alright, and that's how it's going to look when you get done. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to 370 degrees. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and take our crumb topping out of the refrigerator. And we're going to take that crumb topping and we're going to generously place it on top of our peach cobbler filling. So you're just going to dump a generous amount right on top. Alright, and there we have it. Now it's ready to be baked. So we're going to go ahead and put this in a preheated 370 degree oven, and we're going to bake this for about 35 minutes. Alright, time is up. Now we're going to, after 35 minutes, baking at 370, we're going to go ahead and take this out of the oven. And as you can see, it is, some of the stuff is coming out the sides. That'll let you know that it's done. Okay? Now our next step, we're going to go ahead and brown the top of the crust. Okay? So you want to place this into the broiler part of your oven. And you're going to let it sit in there for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Right, it's been about 1.5 to 2 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and remove that. And look how nice and brown it is. And there we have it, guys. We are done. Now we're going to let this peach cobbler cool for about 2 hours. Alright, guys, and there we have it. Homemade peach cobbler from scratch. Look at that. I even added 2 little scoops of homemade vanilla ice cream. Thanks for watching. Now it's time to go ahead and take a bite. Ooh, man, I got my spoon. I'm about to have a bite. I can't wait. Ooh. Oh, man. Let me do the honors. Have a little bit of this here. Oh, this peach cobbler is rolling. Man, it is good. Ooh. You have that filling, and then you have the crumb topping. The crumb topping is nice and it's crunchy at the top. It is very, very good. Very nice. Very good. And there you have it, guys. Homemade peach cobbler, made by New Orleans native. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like up, subscribe to my channel so you can enjoy all of my delicious recipes cooked right here in my kitchen. If you have any questions or comments, please post them, or you can email me at charliethecookandrews@gmail.com. Until then, take care, and I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.